Hi everyone. Just to start with a quick story about a guy called Gabe Bredat. He just stated that the Apple Watch Series 3 has saved his father's life. His father is a biker. He likes to go for biking. Once upon a time, his father fell down from the bike. Then out of nowhere, the Apple Watch called the ambulance or called the emergency. The emergency get their location and went and saved them from his injured. So the Apple Watch was calling the 911 instead of a human. This is what we call it an AI. So basically the AI is the training the machine or training the software or program in order to do a human actions. My name is Muhammad from Arabot. I'm the Business Development Director, and I would go through a quick session with you on the conversational AI and the for better customer experience. Starting, so what is the AI? Usually that's the common question, everybody asking, what is the AI? AI, it's like a complex or it's a tricky question. Everyone said, we want an AI, what is the AI? Everyone watch movies in Hollywood, everywhere, this is AI. So basically AI, it's very simple, we can state it, is like it's a programming the computer or programming the software computer in order to act as a people. People nowadays, they don't know how to deal with functions. They don't know how to feel or to request a function A or function B. They're always looking for a natural speaking language in order to say what they want, to allow people to understand what they want. So the conversational AI is basically response to a voice or text input in natural ways without giving a strict or static way of communication to the people. Usually this helps business deliver personalized engagement and support at the scale, at scalable level. Discover the getting similar and menu system. People often, as mentioned, people often don't like to deal with functions. Mostly they always look at the natural way to speak with companies. The always challenge usually with the companies is that they try to offer their services or they try to present their value by having or to be an online presence to the customer. Nowadays technology, it's like moved so fast. Everyone is connected with every and each company, with every and each aspect. People are connecting to those, what is called? People are connecting with the companies in order to, what is called? Yes, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so how can I say that? The conversational AI, usually it's a set of technologies that enables computers understand the process and response to voice and text inputs in a natural way, and typically used conjunction with bots or intelligent virtual agents, which is, it helps people to interact with complicated systems in a faster and easy way, and help business develop personalized engagement and support at a scalable level. Usually, companies suffers with the dealing with people and to understand what people want. We always ask the companies what your customer wants, what their needs. So we try to work on this in a way, in a smart way, by implementing a conversational and AI to their business. So, going back to our subject, conversational AI. Conversational AI, it's a combine between machine learning, natural language processing, and natural language understanding. Once we combined all of those three components, we would be able to have a solid way of communicating with our customers. Customers previously used to go to see certain functions and apply for certain services. Nowadays, customers want more and more services and they want to present to themselves. They want to speak about their needs in a more natural way. In order to have that, we would build something called a conversational AI, which is again combined between a machine learning, natural language understanding, and natural language processing. That's the machine would act as a human and perform as a human with their customers. It's easy, usually once that machine understands what is the customer want and what the customer needs, it does the fulfillment accordingly. In another way, that customer might come to me and ask me for a certain service through a certain process, and then I said, yes, this is what I want, but in a different way, the customer might have more and more things to say and to tell to the company in order to get their needs. Once we combine those three in a one box, in that case, we'll be able to respond to the customer naturally and give the fulfillment properly. Once we have this kind of combination, the conversational AI has a certain or major benefits out of it. It gives and feeds the customer to give them more engagement to their clients. It gives like 24/7 service. It gives more personalized experience. It gives a prompt response. The conversational AI always, it's like having an edge comparing to the other technology, which is it gives a real time to their customers. Usually clients wants to go to, they are always online, and you'll be able to see the services online, but it's so difficult to give them a real-time value to this. So we are moving the online presence in your website, in their mobile app, in your social, to a real-time functions, to a real-time job. I'm moving my clients who used to deal with me and to apply for a service and wait for the next day or for a certain time in order to get a response. Nowadays, with the conversational AI chatbots, I would be able to give them the quick response and the quick feedback from the machine itself. That's one of the things. The second part of the chatbot or the conversational AI chatbot is we used to send an SMS to the people saying, dear customer, you do have, let's say, a certain appointment. You do have a certain notification. So I used to send them a notification to the customers. On the chatbot world, on the AI world, we shifted the notification to be part of conversation, which means I used to send them a message saying, your flight has been delayed. The customer, your flight has been delayed. So the customer used to go to other channels in order to respond to that delay, or they need to reschedule it. In the chatbot world, no, it would move you from notification part to be more conversational or more interacting with the customer to solve and to close the case. Most of the challenges that we face with the AI and understanding for the AI and the machine learning, and the most important part to have the proper AI and machine learning is to have set of data. Companies nowadays, they have a different set of data on their back-end system. Either it's a CRM, whether it's an ERP, whether it's a call center. So they have a set of technologies having and hosting different kind of data. In order to have a good conversational AI, you need to combine all of those data in one stack and have something called customer behavior. We need to understand what does the customer want, what my customer or what my clients needs, what they are looking to have, and according to this, I do the right fulfillment for them. It's so challenging to find a set of data in one place that can understand my customer journey and my customer behavior so I will be able to run and have the right service for them. The bot, or we call the chatbot, it's part of the AI, which is a gift that comes to the technology, which an interfacing with my clients on their preferable channels. So usually customer used to reach me on the phone, over the web, over the mobile, over the kiosk, and different, we call the customer touch point. Usually the bot can sit in any different channels to the clients. Usually we plug the chatbot in a certain communities that the people are available. As an example, we used to have the website, we used to have the mobile app where the customer would be able to stay in touch with me. Nowadays there are too many channels that my customers are available, similar to Facebook, similar to Twitter, similar to WhatsApp, which is a ready community that my customers are there. I will be able to serve my customer in their preferable communities or in their preferable channels. The beauty about the advantages, or why we are saying the chatbot it's a gift, because the bot it's always on, which is I'm able to give a 24/7 service to my customers. Customer will be able to reach me in any time, in any moment, and get served. When we have a bot, in order to get a good output out of the chatbot, I would say we will build it in. We will have it in two major skills. One, we call it a conversational skill. So I want my chatbot to conversate to my client in the right way in order to do the fulfillment for them properly. The second part of it, we call it a transactional skill. Transactional skills, which means I would be able to give a real-time or an instant response to my client in real time. So once I combine those two, conversational skill and transactional skill, I will be able to start with something called a good chatbot or a good conversational bot. Usually, when we start any chatbot, the customer might have different challenges to deliver the right value for this. So I would suggest to step one step back. I would ask the customer firstly, or to ask the customer first, where are their audience? Are they in their web? Are they in the mobile? Are they in the Facebook? Are they on the WhatsApp? So that's one of the major questions. The second question is what my customer expects. So people do think it in a different way. What my customer expects, so I would understand and see what my customer wants. According to this, I start offering the services on the chatbot. The other major question, what value I would get out of it. So it's not always good to have a conversational AI just to have a conversational AI. It's the best way to have a right conversational AI is to build a conversational AI along with the value. So we look at it on terms of where I'm going today, what I'm going tomorrow, what I want to reach later on. So it's like an ongoing enhancement to my customer needs and my customer requirements, and keep learning the machine in order to fulfill my customer current needs and the future needs. It's very risky nowadays that people believe or think that if I implement a bot, or if I get a chatbot, or I build a conversational AI, it would solve all my problems. It's always a wrong statement. The right statement is that when you build a bot, first of all, focus what added value I'll get on the initial stages. What would be my second target, or what kind of second phase that serve my clients' needs. So in order to reach the second level, we would want to have the right fulfillment or to the right start in the initial stages. The way it's like to have a channel that my customer would come and discuss with me anything that they want. Try to get whatever kind of services. I might be able to fulfill a certain level of services, and then the other part of it, it's just a question of learning that machine till I reach to a level that this machine will be able to fulfill most of my customer needs or most of my customer requirements. What would be the major value out of it? One, it's not only like to have a 24/7 response or to have a real time. It's again, it's affect my operational or my my cost in terms of that. By applying the right AI conversational machine, I would be able to manage more and more customers, interact with different categories of customers, as well as I understand the customer behavior. And in different technologies, I would be able to understand my customer purchasing, my customer service that he got, what customer he's complaining or not. But once I combine them all, the most important part is I need to understand what is my customer behavior out of it. When I understand my customer behavior, what they look like, what they want, what are they interested in, I will be able to provide them with the right service or a personalized service, I can call it. So it's kind of question of a personalized experience. With the smart conversation or smart chatbot machine, I would be able to have a more personalized experience, which I said every and each customer is a VIP. So my customer, I recognize my customer, I understand my customer journey, or my customer behavior. According to this, I would respond to my client properly. Goes into this. So question, how do I build a smart AI chatbot if I don't have any customer data? A good question from Rahman. How do I build a smart AI chatbot if I don't have any customer data? It's a very critical question, and it's always there, that question. Usually when you go to any when you start any chatbot project, the always question is data and then data. Technology is everywhere. Technology, it can be integrated with different parties. The technology, it can deliver the need of linking the dots. The thing is that the data. So once you start any chatbot project, especially in the customer care, it's a question of set of data. And it's normal. If you go to any entity, they might have a certain set of data from a different systems, from a different supporting systems, but the most important data is the behavior data. And this would easily, or usually it will not be from day one. It's accumulated data that comes when you start with a bot. So when you start with, when you build a bot, I'd say, I don't have a data. I want to build a smart chatbot. You would look at it in a different way. I said I would create a bot with have a basic or a certain level of conversation that I know my customers, they are usually ask me those list of questions. So I'll start with those questions. Okay, I know my customer, they usually ask for those services. Those services, which is 10. Those 10 services, those the most common questions or most common requests that comes from my customers. So I combine those two by having a stat or basic or some sort of conversational skill to answer those frequently asked questions, and I will start giving certain real-time functions or real-time e-services to my clients. Once I combine them all, I will start with something said that's my starting phase. So I will start with this by my customer would be able to get the answers in a spot 24/7. My customer would be able to get service A and service B. While the machine chatting with the clients, it's automatically analyze those data. The machine learning will start working on this data. So after 6 months, a year, certain set of time, you will be able to have a data. So it's not always the right to say I'd not be able to launch a bot because I don't have a data. No, I can say I would be able to start with a bot with minimal set of data. I'll start focusing on what my customer wants. I would not say I would have it to conversate anything. No, I know my customer wants that service and that service. So I start with those in order to help them to keep engaged to my channel. Once they get engaged and they start conversating, I will be able to have the data in order to make me decide how to go with phase 2. Other question? Yeah, okay. A good chatbot needs a scenario, so they cover most of the questions. That's a very good question. Yes, usually when you go to any chatbot, there are two major aspects here. Is the functionalities, which is everywhere. This is the functions that the chatbot does. That this chatbot, it does 1, 2, 3, 4 functions. The other part, which is the conversational flow. When you have a bot, you need to create something, we call it a persona, a bot persona. It might, or it should be aligned with my marketing strategy to have a persona to my bot. That bot would start talking about my services. This bot would start talking about my company. This bot would start presenting my service catalog. So you would build something we call it a conversational workflow, and it's not wrong to start with a conversational workflow which is not 100% fulfill my need, because any bot or any chatbot, especially because it's a new technology, it's required a regular or ongoing tuning. So and why it required an ongoing tuning? The chatbot is not a plug and play technology. It's not like that. I got a server, I just plug it, I know it's going to be on or off. No, it's understanding to the audience. It's talking to a big number of audience, different mentalities, different customer languages, different customer dialects. So you have a huge set of audience, and I don't know how their behaviors. The bot would start understanding their behavior. The bot would start communicating with those people. So what I'm trying to say, when you build a conversational flow, it's so important to attach it with the functional or transactional flow, because here is the value. I would be able to share my value to my customer. Those are my functional and my added value to the bot. The conversational flow would keep learning from the behavior of the clients. So day by day, the conversational flow will reach a level which said, well, okay, it does fulfill most of my requirement. It does fulfill most of my customer intents and needs. Do I need to have a multiple language in a bot? It's a good question. The answer is, again, do I need to have a multiple languages in a bot? It's no. Simply, why I don't have to have a multiple language in the bot? If I go back in the beginning, I would ask what my customer needs. If I'm having a customer who has a certain language, why I need to present him, let's say, as an example, the Russian language? It's not, the idea is to have the technology or to have the functionality. Again, it's a question of what my customer need, what I want to achieve, what value I want to present. So it's not always the language. It's something a must in certain regions. Like every and each region has a, I can say it, a must language. Maybe in our region here it's Arabic. It's a must language. English is a must language. There are certain industries or certain companies in this region. They might have different languages as a must. But again, before it's a very generic question. Do I have to have this kind of languages? The only one who would be able to answer this question properly is the customer. What my customer wants, what is my audience, what type of my customer I have. According to this, I do the fulfillment. It's very challenging, or it's very difficult, because the focus, you distract the focus. My focus is to have and deliver a good conversational AI chatbot to my audience in order to fulfill their need. So if I keep focusing on the functionalities, what kind of languages that you have? Do you have those set of languages? Do you have this set of list of functionalities? But if you look at those, it's distracting my target. My target is simple, that I need to bring a value. I understand the value that I can present. The customer, I can understand what the customer wants, and then I implement it in the right way. Can we categorize the offline chat as an AI chat? It's okay. Offline chat. Can we categorize the offline chat as okay? There are two types of chat. There is a chat which is like I'm chatting with an agent, a human. Like I'm talking on. I went to a website. I went to a Facebook Messenger. I went to a Twitter. Whatever the channel. I start chatting with this channel, and the response came from a human, or it might come through the chatbot. Nowadays, it's somehow technology give us an edge on this. So I can start the chat with a machine. I know that machine would help me to answer those list of questions, and it would be able to give me those lots of functions. Then I would transfer it to a human in case needed. So how it would be? A chat would start. My bot or my chatbot would be as a first customer line of support, I can call it. Second line of support, it would be the human or the agent. Because always once you have, when you start with any chatbot project, you'd never fulfill all the customer needs from day one. Unless it's a direct to the point. I know my customer wants to get location and apply for a service, then you close the job. If it's a closed cycle, yes, I would be able to close it in a spot. But for different entities or different companies, it's difficult to fulfill all the needs by a machine from day one, or from the first year, or from the second year. It's a learning curve. It depends again on the industry type. It depends on the customer needs. So we can call it as a customer first line of support as a bot. Then it would hand over to a human who's capable to do a very complicated job. Most of the trending, people are saying that with the AI, with the chatbots, too many people will lose their job. Too many people would say there is no job because it has been replaced by the machine, or it has been replaced by the AI. I believe it's not the right statement. The machine would help us, or to help the human to be more advanced skilled. So those people who used to do, or the machine used to do certain functions or certain jobs on behalf of the human, those human would have more advanced skill to do. The machine would sort set of functions, but still the human being or the human presence is a must to have, since I believe the machine, even if you come up 10, 20 years, ask the machine a question, the machine will not answer that question. So always human presence is a must due to the complex of the services, complex of the how can I call it, the services that you do offer. So the human always is must to be to be aligned with the machine. Can we have one platform with multiple bots? One platform with multiple bots. Yes, that's this it's a quick bit. Yeah. Okay. So can we have one platform with multiple bots? The answer is yes. 100% is yes, and it is a must to have a bot. For certain industries, is must to have a multiple bots under one platform. The reason why, if it's a group of companies or if it's an entity which serves different aspects of audience, might be B2C business, for B2C, B2B, G2G. So it's according to the structure of the company. You might have one platform. Under that platform, you create sub chatbots. Every and each bot or every and each chatbot would interact with the customer in a different level or in a different service. Once you combine them all, it's all combined in a single platform. So you have a unified place where you will be able to see the full journey between your B2C or B2B customers. Okay. Then the chatbot covers the internal services and outside services and all aspects in the frame. Correct? Okay. Okay. Then okay. The bot use. This I can phrase it under a bot use. The chatbot currently used, there are too many use of the bot. Certain bots we call a customer care bot, which is my entity treating with my external customers, regardless they are B2C or B2B, business to business or business to consumer. So we call it a customer care bot. The chatbot itself, it can be in the internal use. So I would be use it for my internal employees. Some entities, they are using it for, let's say, service desk bot, a human resource bot. It depends on the need. So I can utilize it to be an internal chatbot. Or it can be used as a specific bot, I can call it. A specific bot, which is a bot that I need to do a certain job. Previously, or usually, companies, if I want to do a certain follow-up with my clients, I'd give him a call. I would say, hi, my client. I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 documents. I want 1, 2 certain inputs from you in order to give you the right service. So we replace this by a chatbot we call a functional bot, which is focused on a certain function or a certain service in order to fulfill instead of a human. Okay. So chatbot can be used for all social media channels. The bot, it would be used for all channels, different channels. They say all social media channel is a trick question. So usually the bot, I would do it in a phrase in a different way. Again, where is your audience? Are they on the website? Are they in the mobile app? Are they on the Facebook? Are they in the Twitter? Are they on the WhatsApp? I would be able to link on different channels, Skype, WeChat. So yes, the bot is just a matter of interface. It can be plugged to a different social media channels. Any other question? I'm not able to see the questions. I lost the questions. Okay, I'll be back. So yeah. Okay. Any other questions? So, yeah. Why is WhatsApp so important channel in UAE? The WhatsApp is the so important channel worldwide, not only in UAE. Why WhatsApp is so important? It actually WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, due to those channels, due to those channels, the chatbot has a huge value. The bot as a bot or as a chatbot, it's an old technology. It's not a new technology. And why today it has the biggest impact into the market? Because of WhatsApp and because of social channels, because it's a ready community. Previously, we used to build our website. I used to build my mobile application, and I start doing a marketing to my audience in order to bring a traffic. Nowadays, everyone is connected to WhatsApp. Everyone is connected to the social channel. So I don't have to focus on marketing my website and marketing my mobile app in order to get people engaged. Now I'll be able to reach them easily. So is it WhatsApp? Is it WhatsApp is the only important channel? It is the most important channel, I believe. I can say that the WhatsApp is the biggest telecom operator in the world. Everyone is connected on WhatsApp, which means that anyone would be able to reach me. I would be able to reach anyone. It's the idea how to build the smart and a good bot that serve my customer and serve my audience through their preferable channel. I'd rather prefer to go to my WhatsApp and start chatting with Aramix chatbot, let's say, and instead of going to the call center or going to other channel in order to get what is my shipment. It's why I open, most of us open the WhatsApp maybe more than I can say 50 times a day. And I would look at my WhatsApp account in regular basis. Regularly, I'll keep looking at the WhatsApp channel. So it's a ready community, large community. I will be able to reach my customer. My customer easily will be able to reach me. So for me, it's a time to focus on what I want to deliver to my clients. But someone would ask, so I have to go with WhatsApp? The answer is no. It doesn't mean that if my customer on WhatsApp, so I need to build the chatbot on WhatsApp. Maybe yes, my customer are on WhatsApp, but everyone is connected on my website. So why I have to go to a channel which I believe that still I'm able to serve my customer on their website. I have those lists of audience who are visiting on regular basis my website, or they are already having my mobile app. So it doesn't mean that if I have a WhatsApp channel, that means it is the best way. No, maybe the best way is to stay on your website. Maybe the best way is to stay on your mobile app. But is it the good channel? Yes, it is going to be or bigger exposure for sure. But again, I'd phrase the question: where is your audience? They might be on the website. They might be on the mobile app. So easily I can plug and start doing a smart business on those channels by applying the a chatbot or a conversational chatbot. Okay. Can the chatbot connect with Google? Okay. Can the chatbot? Okay, the chatbot is just an interface. Chatbot is just an interface. You plug it on a chat channel. You connect it to the by Google. Okay, no. Can the chatbot connect? The chatbot is just an interface. You connect it to the to a chat engine or to a chat interface. I can use chatbot for pop-up window. Example, allow have pop-up window a chatbot in org app, for example, to alert us customer. Yeah, very good question. Okay, can I have the chatbot as a pop-up window? Okay, the chatbot itself as a technology, it's a one-to-one communication, which means I would be able to push notification to my client. Client could be able to reach me. So it's a one-to-one communication. Okay, now the question is how to pop up or how to reach my customer. If my customers are into the social channel, I would be able to reach them through their ID, through their WhatsApp number, through their Twitter account, and so on. To pop up the within the web itself on the website. So the bot itself, it push notification, but does the website allows me to do the pop-up? If yes, then yes, I can do the pop-up on the website. It's a very good question, by the way, because usually for different industries, it's not always the customer needs to reach me. If you look at the how I'd be able to serve my customer, for a certain point, I need to reach my customer. I want to get a feedback from my customer. I need to get certain documents to my customer, from my customer. I want to get certain inputs from my client. So it's always there is two way of communication. The bot solves this. So it's a one-to-one communication according to a certain criteria, or according to my profile as a client. I would be able to push a certain notification to a selected list of audience in order to get their feedback or to get their inputs. One-to-one communication, it's under personalization. I have a personalized experience. Customer talk to me, I know who's talking to me. When I go and speak to my clients, I speak him in his language, in a personalized way. Previously, companies used to say, as I just gave an example on the real estate. Usually companies say, okay, I'm having those lists of prospects who are interested to purchase an apartment on my building. So what they used to do, they used to send a mass email saying, hello, we have those apartments, which is a marketing mass. It is through email channels. If I look at it in a different way on the chatbot, no, on the chatbot I would be able to send a specific and personalized message for my customer. So I know this customer is interested in villas, while other they are interested in apartment, one-bedroom apartment. So when I start my marketing communication through the bot, it would be classified according to the customer profile. So when I push to the customer A, who's interested in villa, he would look at it and would be able to engage more, rather than sending a mass of emails which has the list of features, list of services, list of availability from the apartments or villas. So it's distracting the customer. But when it comes to a dedicated personalized experience, it gives more value, and it gives a customer an edge to engage more with my customer. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good thing to say about the bot is the yeah. Okay. A question. So the robot is another form of the chatbot. It's the same. It's not. I guess say it's not another Again, all of them are bots. All of them, it's a robot. The difference is maybe the keyword chat bot, chat, which is it analyze and understand the texting, or it might come through the voice. So I'd analyze those keywords, understand what the customer wants. The customer would start talking to me in their natural language. That's why we call it an NLP, natural language processing. So I would understand my customer needs and customer intents from the chat, and then I do the fulfillment accordingly. So the bot itself, the robot itself, it might be on the back end without giving those kind of texting. It might be a function. It might be a link between a system to another, but the chatbot, it's chatting or voice. Actually, it can be as well a voice to analyze those keywords and do fulfillment accordingly. Okay. Good thing is that what are the challenges that we do face usually with the chatbot? We call it, it's the output of the bot. In Arabic we call مخرجات التطبيق الدردشة الذكية. مخرجات المشروع. The result out of it. The tricky part of evaluating the output is I can't say it's not a mistake, but it's not good to evaluate the output according to the functionalities. No, you need to evaluate the output according to the value that I get. In another word, if I do have a bot which has huge functionalities, it can speak hundreds of languages, and it can, let's say, give a very nice images, videos, sharing behavior, but at the end it doesn't bring me a value. It's not a functional mode. You need to count in a value. What value I got out of the chatbot? The value, it might be it reduce it keep my customer more engaged. It gives more satisfaction to my clients. It reduces the number of inquiries that comes to my contact center. So this is the kind of value out of it. It's not the as long as the functionalities. The functionalities is everywhere. You need just to adapt the functionalities in a way that does fulfill my customer needs and requirements. Okay. Yeah. When to start? Maybe you can say it. When to start with the AI? It's always we had said it's good to start as soon as you can, because the chatbot itself, it's like the initial stage of it gives you the full visibility to your customer behavior. So it's the initial stage of building my right AI product. To start with the bot, it allows you to have more visibility to your customer needs. Most of the companies might say, I'm offering those lists of services, and what my customer wants, service A and service B. But once you launch the bot, or once you start talking to the customer in their natural languages, you find out that most of what I have known that my customer wants those kind of services, it's wrong. Why? Due to the customer behavior and customer requirement or needs. It's changing day by day. While I'm having a machine or a presence in a 24/7, which can listen to my customer in their natural languages, it allows me and helps me to have a set of data. Once I have such a set of data, I'll be able to analyze and understand what they want. So it gives you more visibility, or it gives you more strength in order to focus on the services that you do offer. Okay. Any other question? I think. Okay. So I think we still have 10 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Okay. Any question? If you go to the usually this is what we do with most of our customers. When we start talking to customers or clients, we always focus in a simple way. I'd rather go to the value out of the chatbot rather than going to the functionalities. Functionalities, it's something I can call it nowadays available everywhere. It's not like previous days. You have to request a certain functionality, because the technology is dramatically increased in a very smart way, that most of the functionalities are available on the systems. So I'd rather start with understanding what are the value that you need to bring to the customer, what the customer want, and start working according to this. So I would set those two questions: what values I want to bring, what my customer wants, and then I drag it to another level. I would say, okay, I would build it in a way to have a conversational way of flow that communicate and talk to my clients in their language. Second, I'll start building the transactional or certain e-services to my clients in order to have a prompt response, in real time, 24/7. I combine them both. I launch it on their preferable channel. So those stages is that step by step. I focus on the value. I focus on what my customer needs. I build it in a conversational, transactional way. I launch it on their preferable channel. During the time, while it's launched, it will start getting a new feeds, a new customer requests, a new customers' inquiries. The machine itself would start analyzing those requests, those inquiries, and enhance my conversational flow and build a new transactional flow. So it's like a stages. You start like I'm hiring an employee. This employee who works 24/7, who can speak my customer language, Arabic, English, Chinese, Urdu, whatever language. And this resource is 24/7, always happy. It serves my customer up to this level. I would keep teaching and learning my new employee, with the data that I got from my customer, link it to my back-end historical data, whatever, so to have a more advanced employee. So it's like gradually you hire an employee who learn from customer behavior. In order to reach to a level, this employee would be able to fulfill most of my requirements and needs. Okay, can this, okay, that's not a question for me. And we need more, okay, okay. Okay, so kindly let us know if you have any other questions. You can, yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to share it in the chat. I can see it directly. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you so much. We always looking forward to have to create a nice and good conversational AI chatbot that again fulfill and give value to our customer. Thank you so much, and looking forward to any query at any time. Thank you so much.